Force lightning is widely regarded as one of the most dangerous dark side abilities, and one of the most dangerous to defend against. Many Jedi Masters cower in fear and terror whenever a Sith Lord or Darksider begins to wield Force lightning. Only the most powerful of Sith Lords were able to use the ability to its greatest potential, those of Darth Sidious and Darth Bane. But there was a Force ability more feared than Force lightning among Jedi and Sith alike, an ability not inherently used by the dark side of the Force, a Force ability rare enough that only a select few ever mastered it. The ability to wield fire. Unlike lightning, the fire that these Force wielders used was not generated by their own bodies. Instead, in order for one to generate fire by using the Force, they had to manipulate the Force on a molecular level. They had to use the Force to microscopically manipulate air molecules. It was only by rubbing them together with intensity that the fire was generated. Some Force users mastered the ability of using fire that had already been generated, although this too was extremely dangerous. Some Force users considered Force Fire or Pyrokinesis far more dangerous than Force Lightning, as it was far more difficult to control. Unlike lightning, fire was not slave to the utilizer of the ability. It could just as easily consume the one that conjured the ability. Something awesome about this Force power is it actually exists in Star Wars canon through Leia. In the Aftermath novels, Leia uses the Force to light several candles, as she explains that her brother Luke Skywalker taught her this Force power, taught her this ability before going into exile himself, stating that Luke could use it on a much larger scale. Still though, it is believed that only through the Skywalker blood were they able to achieve this power so easily, as it could take a normal Force user decades to achieve this power. To its most powerful degree, it could actually be used to control explosions, as they were primarily fire. However, this was the most dangerous application of the ability, and often resulted in death. Some of the most famous users of this ability were the Nightsisters of Dathomir. It was considered extremely unorthodox by both the Jedi and Sith. So unorthodox and dangerous in fact that neither the Jedi nor Sith taught the ability, only the Nightsisters. It is unknown how Luke Skywalker was taught this Force ability, although it's not out of the realm of possibility that it was a Nightsister that actually originally showed it to him. The Nightsisters did not refer to this ability as Pyrokinesis though, as the Jedi and Sith did. They called it Spell of Flame. It is also believed that this was one of Darth Plagueis' favorite abilities, although his apprentice Darth Sidious preferred Force Lightning. Again, what is most interesting about this Force ability is it is neutral in nature. Although it is highly destructive, because of how it is actually generated, it is not dark side or light side. Something that I find most compelling about this is one of the Force abilities that Darth Sidious clearly disliked. He stated several times that he preferred the use of Force Lightning and found it needlessly dangerous to use Pyrokinesis. But what are your thoughts on Pyrokinesis and the ability of Force users to create and then use fire? Had you ever heard of this Force power before this ability, and what are your thoughts on the ability overall? Thank you guys as always so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.